Audio is going.
We're rolling.
All right, here we go. Hello, hello.
Hello. Hope everyone had a good week. We have a little guest star with us. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Heather. I'm a friend of Rachel's.
She's my kid's auntie.
Yes. So
Every time they go over to her house, she sends them home with 1,000,000 pounds of candy.
that's what aunties are supposed to do.
I'm not going to eat it. I just have it on hand, so they ask, I give it to them.
There you
And
go.
they will ask. All right, so today we got some fun topics.
Yes.
We're going to talk about dating apps. We're going to talk about, what were we talking about?
First dates.
First dates.
Horror stories with dates.
Yeah. Petty reasons that you've broken up with someone or been broken up with. We asked that question on Facebook, and some of you responded.
Not all of you. Come on, be more interactive, you guys.
We want to hear from you guys. So, all right. Dating apps.
Dating apps.
Have you guys ever used a dating app?
Yes. Very shortly, though. And usually when I get on it, I just swipe left on everybody, and then I run out of people and stop using it.
Yes. Okay. So Wyatt, I'm calling you out, was telling me that when he was on dating apps, he would swipe right on everybody.
Wait, okay. Is
without-
left or right?
Right as you want to match.
Oh, okay.
So, and he would swipe right on everybody and then go through the matches later. I was like, that is so wrong.
Come on. You're
my
better
God,
than
just
that.
handing out false hope
No,
over here.
for real. And then I was like, I think I've swiped right like 5 times.
Yeah, I could probably count the number of times on both hands.
Yeah, on that, and that's on 2 different dating apps.
I did have Hinge for like a very short period of time, but I don't think I ever even like completed the profile. Like my friends were like, "Oh, you should download Hinge," and like it was a popular app at the time, and so I was like, "Okay." No, it just creeps me out. Like when I get in a relationship, I have to like know somebody prior, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It just freaks me out because like you can make a profile and say like
anything you want.
Yeah, you can pretend to be somebody that you're
How the fuck would I know a
Yeah.
difference, you know?
Yeah, I think there's a documentary about that actually, about like someone who was like kidnapping women.
What is it? The Twitter
Something like that, yeah.
The swindler.
Yes,
something like
yes.
that, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, there's the guy from Grindr. There's the people from like all these other dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have no idea who you're meeting up with.
One of the mom influencers that I follow, her name's Brittany Balin, and I followed her since I was pregnant. We both have daughters around the same age, and she had something very similar happen, and she came out and like went public with it.
Really?
Yeah. And it was really scary, like the way that a lot of other women were also like tricked by this guy. I was like,
Men are weird, man.
I know.
Yeah, I get the ick so easy.
Yeah, men are
especially
the
on
ick.
the dating sites.
Yeah.
Like, it could be your bio. It could just be the picture you chose to use as your profile picture. Like there's a lot of choices that go into making your account. So
anyone that like was holding up a fish, I would immediately
same.
gone.
Deer, anything with
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, it's just not up my
Too
alley.
many
I'm not going to
pictures with
pretend like I'm
sunglasses on.
interested. Like it's not even worth my time.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the petty reasons. Or are we going to talk about dates on dating apps?
Let's do dates on dating apps since
Okay.
we're talking about dating apps
I
already.
only went on one date from a dating app, and it was from Hinge.
Okay.
We still use it, us old people. But it was like he was like a really nice dude, so I feel bad saying this.
So you thought.
No, he was like actually super nice, but he like didn't look exactly like what his pictures portrayed him to be. You know what I mean?
So he was a catfish.
Not really. Like it looked like him, but
Okay.
like not like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like we went out and like got drinks and whatever, and like I knew immediately that I wasn't gonna whatever, you know, and
Yeah.
but I didn't want to be like, hey, fuck you, you know what I mean? so I don't know, like when he walked in, like it looked like he hadn't showered.
Oh.
You know, and so that just immediately like
You always got to shower if you're going on a date.
yeah, put on a little
Especially a first date.
a little cologne,
Something.
I don't know,
Arm deodorant, anything.
Arm deodorant. What other kind of deodorant?
There's whole body deodorant now.
Well, he probably could have used some butt crack deodorant too. Let's be real.
So yeah, that was my one and only
You're
dating
like,
app
"We're
date,
scarred.
and
Never
I deleted it after that.
He could never get a hold of you again.
Oh, don't say it like that. Now I feel bad. I just ghosted him.
It's okay. He's
Sorry,
probably not
man.
listening. And if he is, he's a fan. Hey.
All right, Heather's got a really good one. I was around for this.
This was so dumb.
You turned your location on just for this.
Yeah, I did. And then I left it on because I'm like, this is probably a good idea. But so I met this guy and he asked me if I wanted to do shrooms, like if I like shrooms. And I'm like, yeah, I like shrooms. And he sent me a picture of these Alice in Wonderland chocolate bars. And I'm like, dude, like that looks really good. He's like, come down and split it with me sometime. So I said, fine, sure. I went down, well, before I went down there, I'm like, this is the first time I'm meeting this guy, dating site, and the first time we're meeting, we're doing drugs. So I'm like, I need somebody somewhere to know where I am, just in case.
Yeah.
So I share the location with her, and I share the location with my sister. And I go down there, and we eat this chocolate bar, and he fucking falls asleep. And he just moved into this apartment, so he had like white walls and everything, but the only thing he had in his apartment was a giant painting with like these, it was like a gray and black painting with trees. And every time I looked at it, the trees were just swaying. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing to look at. This guy invited me over to do shrooms with me, and he just fell asleep.
What the fuck? How do you fall asleep?
Exactly. I've never met anybody who fell asleep on shrooms. Like, I think that might have been a red flag.
But it's not like he lived here. He lived in Madison.
Oh, yeah. He lived in Madison. I should probably throw that in there.
Yeah. She drove to Madison.
Oh, my God. I would have been freaking the fuck out.
See, it's not like you can leave because you're on shrooms. Like,
yeah, there was no exit. Like, that was just not good.
Like, but imagine driving all the way back to Green Bay on shrooms.
No.
Scary. That's scary.
Yeah, I would have been terrified. But no, I had just gotten out of something pretty serious, and I'm just like, I'm gonna wreck it. I'm gonna wreck my life a little bit. So living a little reckless. And so when I go down there, this guy's asleep, and I'm like kind of like panicking, but trying to stay calm because like I'm on shrooms. And then I look at my phone, and I got messages from my dad and my mom and my sister, like, where are you? Oh, no. Like, why are you in Madison? Like, we have your location. We know where you are. We'll come and get you. And I'm just like, guys, I am tripping balls right now. I cannot look at my phone. Whatever you do, do not come to me. I am fine. I was like, the dude is passed out. Honestly, his family should have been the ones scared.
Yeah.
Like,
he should be worried.
You just invite this random stranger into your home, you do drugs with him, and then you fall asleep. Like that.
What what if you hadn't done the drugs? You could have robbed him.
Dude, what if the other half was laced with something and he took the wrong half?
You could have robbed him, and you should have robbed him.
I should have, but you know, I'm a good person.
Wait, so what happened?
Oh, the next day we woke up, and then I just went home, and I was like, that was really strange for me. I was like, I'm not really interested.
That was really strange.
Yeah, I'm like, we did shrooms together. That's supposed to be like a time to get to know somebody, and you just fell asleep and left me in your apartment.
Oh,
staring
for
at
the first
trees.
time ever, mind you. I'd never met this guy before.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Just staring at the trees.
First and last date.
First and last. Did you ever talk to him again?
No. Well, I mean, like a little, like, but I was just like, I'm not really interested. Like, I'm sorry, and then just went our own ways.
Thanks for the shrooms.
Yeah, thanks. Let me know if you get this again.
What about you?
You
gotta have one.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but so like the one and only time I've ever gone on a first date, I met them at work. And it would have been not this past summer, but the summer before. And I was in the middle of filling up water pitchers. And I don't remember whose table it was. But this guy came up to me.
It wasn't one of the cooks, was it?
No.
Oh.
This guy came up to me, and I'm like literally mid water pitcher filling. And he's like, hey, I'm sorry, but like, or I'm sorry to bother you. I know you're busy, but would I be able to get your number? And like, imagine he's standing on the side of me. I'm feeling, I'm like, yeah, can you just like go back to your table and I'll bring it to you?
Did you say that?
And then I was like, wow, that probably sounded like such a bitchy thing to say.
That's what you
So-
sound like at work, though.
Sorry. The way, like, after I was like, oh, like, that probably didn't sound the greatest.
Maybe he likes a strong
Well, so
woman like that who's gonna
I know damn well
push
he's
him
not
around with
listening.
his words.
But so I drop off the number and then he's like trying to take me out on a date. And like I said, like any like relationship that I've ever been in, I want to know the person ahead of time. Like Brady and I, my current boyfriend, him and I knew each other for like almost a year before we started dating. I just like to know somebody's like personality, and I also want them to know me because I feel like I do have like a very strong personality.
Yeah.
And like, can you imagine if I'm like, hi, like
You come in with your customer service voice.
and then like, yeah, no. But so he was like, oh, like let me take you out to dinner, and I was like, I don't know what it is, but like, I don't want to go on a first date and like eat. I don't know. Some people don't care about that, but like I get very like self-conscious about those kind of things, I guess.
I don't.
No,
I don't.
He wanted to take me to tacos, and I just like imagine
well,
like
that's
eating
messy.
like chips and salsa, and like you know when you like bite into the chip and then it, like breaks, and then you're like,
Yeah, that's messy.
or like a taco. Yeah, no. And so then I was like, oh, like I'm not hungry, but then he suggested that we meet up down by the river and go like walk on the boardwalk.
Down by the river.
And so we
That
went and we
sounds
walked
dangerous.
around Voyager. And then, yeah, I don't know. We were just like making small talk. I don't know. It wasn't.
Ooh, that's the worst.
I know. And like also, this was embarrassing. So his family is very wealthy. Okay.
Oh.
I do not come from money whatsoever.
Yeah.
And at one point where, you know how they have like those swings down by the boardwalk?
Yeah.
So he like goes to like point it out. Well, I thought he was suggesting that like we sit down. And so like I sit down and we're like swinging on this swing. And then all of a sudden he's like, I forgot how he worded it, but he's like, oh yeah, like my family actually donated this swing. Like that's why I was pointing it out to you. And I was like, oh, that's like embarrassing and awkward. Like I thought you wanted me to sit on it. And then I look up and like the sun's going down and all these fucking spiders are just like crawling up. And I was like, okay, let's move along. Let's continue with our walk. Like, no.
Oh my God. I would have screamed right there.
Yeah, and then we like talked a little bit more, but then I stopped talking to him one time. I forgot the name of the park, but I went with Taylor and Riley and Zamora. And when us four get together, like we were just being silly and goofy. Taylor was like a bottle of wine
Oh
deep.
God.
So we're just being obnoxious, like being like big kids, like running around with Zamora. Well, there's people playing pickleball. And then all of a sudden...
Was he playing pickleball?
All of a sudden, Taylor's like yelling, like, Darian, Darian. And I turn to the right and I see him look at me. And like, mind you, like we were being like obnoxious as fuck. Like, and I make eye contact with him and I was like... I look at Taylor Riley. I was like, we need to go right now. We need to go right now.
No.
Like, he's been watching us for probably like 30 minutes, just acting like fucking idiots. And I never texted him again.
Did he text you?
I think so. Yeah. I think he said something like,
saw you.
I thought that was you. Like, I kept hearing you say Z because he knew that I had a daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awkward.
He just
but
never responded.
I was so embarrassed. But that's why, like, I want to know somebody prior. I want them to know my personality and like vice versa. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that is why I will never go on a first date again.
I don't know if I'm ever with someone whose family is rich enough to donate a swing to a park.
No. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm like good enough, which I know like
Yeah.
you shouldn't ever think that about yourself. But really when he was like, oh yeah, my family donated this swing, I was like, huh? Like,
Yeah. Like, I'm poor.
and you want to talk to me because why?
No, for real. Some made in Manhattan shit. You ever see that movie?
No.
No.
I know, double gasp.
I'm sorry.
Well, shit.
Sorry.
We'll have a girls' night and watch it.
yeah.
It's got Jennifer Lopez in it. I don't know if you all got anything against her as an actor.
I think she needs to figure out what she's good at and stick to it.
Oh my god. So the question that I posed on Facebook, I just lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
Petty
We're
reasons.
still stuck
petty,
on the
yeah.
fact that we haven't seen that movie.
Yeah, that just really took me aback. That's my new word. I love that word.
Aback?
Yeah. I've been saying that a lot.
Is that
lately.
a real word? Took me
Yeah.
aback?
Yeah.
Like ABACK?
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
What? Taken aback. You have.
Have I?
You have
It
to
took
have.
me back. I would say
No.
that. Like, whoa, that shit took me back.
No, that would be aback.
Aback. Learn something new every day.
Because if you're saying like take me back, that's like taking you back somewhere.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
I would be like, that shit threw me for a fucking loop. Okay.
So I have some of the responses written down. There were a couple, not as many as I wanted, but you know, beggars can't be choosers.
Very true.
This one I loved. Easy on the equipment.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to.
This first one was from TikTok, from Julia. You, Heather, will appreciate this, I think.
So
probably will too.
the question was,
I asked what is the petty reason that you have broken up with somebody
or
been broken up
broken up with? Okay.
She said, I'm gonna read the whole thing. In high school, I was obsessed with Twilight.
I love Twilight.
I liked it too.
I want a
in high
Twilight
school.
wedding.
Listen, the author of those books, the books were trash.
Stop being a fucking hater.
The books were trash. I liked the movies. Anyway, all I wanted to do was read every night, but my boyfriend wanted to talk on the phone at night, so I broke up with him so I could read. That's
I love that.
something that I would do. Like, you go, girl. Mm-hmm. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Read that book.
Sometimes fiction is better than reality.
It is, especially when there's glittery vampires.
And who wants to talk on the phone every single night?
Yeah.
Like, you're probably texting throughout the day. By the end of the night, like, let's just rewind. We can catch up like a couple nights a week, but every single night, let me do my thing.
Let
Yeah.
me read this book.
Let me have my routine.
Another one to go along with that, couldn't spell or use proper grammar.
Ew.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I don't like when men text with like text speak. Like if they use the letter U for you. I don't know why. That just really puts me
I don't
off.
like it when people don't know the difference between your, and your.
There.
And two, and two, and two.
You got one?
I'm like,
yeah, when
come
they,
on.
defiant, indefinite. It's the worst one when people don't know the difference between those two damn words.
I probably don't know the fucking difference. Wait.
You sure do.
You do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're two entirely
Let me
different
not sell
spellings.
myself short over
Two
here.
entirely different meanings.
Yeah, two entirely different words.
Yeah.
They don't even sound
Hey,
the same.
I can't fucking spell for shit, but if I have...
There is autocorrect now.
if I'm
There is
using
no reason for it to
autocorrect,
be
there will be
spelled
no
wrong.
coconut or coconut.
Rhubarb. 3 different ways.
Okay, yeah. And
She's the queen of misspelling things wrong at work.
where like hundreds of people see it on the daily.
Coconut. COCONUNT. Coconut.
Coconut. I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
You just had to put that extra N in there somewhere.
I know.
Because everyone leaves it
or
off
when
your-
I spelled mozzarella.
everyone leaves it off your name.
2 different ways?
Darian-
3 different ways?
Mozzarella.
Yeah, remember you spelled mozzarella like 3 different ways.
I don't even try to spell that word. I just put MOZZ.
Makes it easy.
Yeah.
Kissing with too much spit was another one.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah. That would do it for me too.
Yeah, no.
Just all wet and sloppy, like,
Ooh, or like a hard tongue.
a hard tongue.
Yeah, or they like, like get out of here.
Just try to
or if they're
sword
just like
fight
a
with your
bad
tongue.
kisser in
Yeah, right. You
general.
just start doing
Ew.
it back. Might even be a soulmate there.
Ew.
Ew. Ew, wait, I don't, yeah.
Sword fighting with your tongue.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to talk, I don't think I can talk about it on here.
What?
Ooh.
Just like guys giving you like the ick, like,
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Who? I don't know what you're saying. Anyway.
Okay, never mind. I don't know if I want to share online about that. It's okay. Yeah, when they're a bad kisser, we'll just say that.
Yeah.
You should just give them a different name.
No, I know, but like, out of like respect for my relationship now,
Oh.
I'll tell you after.
Chewed with his mouth open.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Keep that shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like,
Like, it has to be happening enough for somebody to decide, I don't want to be with you over this.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, it's like, close your damn mouth when you're eating.
Yeah. I mean, I guess in some cultures that's okay. Like, that's like considered.
Really?
That means the food is good. Yeah.
Really? When you're just smacking your lips together?
Yeah.
It means the food smacks.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of
I've
Asian
also heard
cultures
that
are
in
like
like
that.
other like places that if you eat your entire plate of food, it's considered rude.
Huh.
Have you ever heard that?
No.
I
Then
think
it's
I've heard
like-
that before, actually.
Really?
It's like disrespectful to the chef because they like didn't serve you enough.
Oh.
It's like, I'm sorry if I'm at a bougie ass restaurant, I'm eating all that shit.
Well, you know those bougie ass restaurants usually like give you those like tiny little fucking
Yeah.
portions.
Like a fucking steak that's like $80 and it's about this big. Like, I'm eating that shit.
All of it. Okay, this is my favorite one, and this is actually from Elena. And I remember when this happened. He gave me a book on how to love someone properly for Christmas.
Ouch.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I would have regifted it
So
back
that
to him.
was directed at her as if she wasn't loving him
Yes.
the right way.
Yeah.
That would have been my
There's a
breakup
conversation
gift.
that can be had about that instead of giving them a book.
No, really. And I'm pretty sure she like stopped talking to him after that.
I would have too. I feel like definitely in a relationship, like communication is key. And if you feel some type of way, communicate that because nobody can fucking read minds
Well,
as
I don't
much
think-
as I would all love to.
I don't think they were actually even dating.
That lady
though.
just took a picture of us out there.
Oh no. We're all just staring.
But yeah, there's a conversation that can be had. If somebody is making you feel some type of way, like let it be known. Don't give them a fucking book and be like,
Well,
"This
not
is how I
only
want
that,
you to
but
love
if
me."
you're not feeling loved, I doubt that a book is going to teach somebody how they're supposed to love you. Like, you're the only person who can tell somebody how you feel loved.
Right.
So sitting down and having a conversation is going to go way further than her sitting down and
For
reading that
real,
book.
Like, speak up.
I would have been like, yeah, and we're over. Here's our breakup gift. Give it right back.
Oh, I hate
Re-gift it.
that.
Yeah.
just fill it with pictures of you and them and just regift it.
Oh, I hate that though.
Yeah, that's so shitty.
Yeah, I kind of want to know the petty reasons that people have broken up with me, but nobody's actually like said.
I broke up with somebody because they were too nice and like too clingy. But it was like over the, do you remember that?
No.
That guy that was like, okay, I knew him from school. This was before Brady and I got into a relationship. And we had been talking for a little bit, dating for like a month. And it was like, I love you so much. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Oh, I
like,
do remember this. And he was
my
like
life
blowing
is
you
not
up.
complete without
Yeah.
you. Like straight up like scaring me to the point where I was like, whoa. Like I'm a clingy person and like I love me some validation.
Yeah.
Like, tell me how much you love me, you know? But like when you get to that point where it's like you're messaging me like multiple times a day, like these big ass paragraphs, like I can't wait to have a family and spend the rest of my life.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
too much.
that's too much. And then when I broke things off with him, do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I do remember
I got
that.
messages on fucking Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook Messenger.
He called you like 40 times.
Like since he's blocked, I can't see those messages anymore, but I think I might have like screen recordings of like hundreds and hundreds of messages of him being like, I need you back. I'm nothing without you. I love you so much. Please just, and I was
After
like,
a month
my
is
God.
crazy.
you like literally for like over a month he did that shit and like was still messaging me found my TikTok and was messaging me
Oh.
on there. And I was like, dude, you need help. Leave me the fuck alone. Like, literally, leave me the fuck alone. Like, he lived down by my mom. So, like, we barely even saw each other. It was literally, like...
That's like 2 hours.
Yeah. It was just really scary. And...
Good thing you didn't live closer, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, he... genuinely, like,
your
he
work.
was a very good guy. And he never treated me wrong in any way. Like... He would send me like hundreds of dollars just for like fun. Like,
It sounds like he
go buy
has some
yourself.
sort of like comfort validation
Yes.
thing that he needs
But
to
I
work
told him,
on.
I was like, thank you for everything that you've done for me. Like, I wasn't mean at first.
Yeah.
At first, I was very like respectful with the situation, and I was like, this is just not working out. Like, I need to focus on myself, my daughter. Like, I can't do this like 2 hour away, like long. I don't know, like long distance. That's a whole nother conversation to be had, but. Personally, I felt like it was not what I wanted out of a relationship at the time. And yeah, I don't know. I was very respectful about it. And then once he like would not stop fucking messaging me, then I was like, I seriously think that you need to get like some kind of help or something, because like this kind of behavior is not okay. This is like harassment at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he's doing good. I know, like, I didn't block him on TikTok. I've seen a couple times, like, he's messaged me over the past, like, year and a half saying, like, I'm doing a lot better now. Like, I hope you're doing good.
Yeah.
But I don't open the messages.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I hope he's doing good. I don't know. But that was a ridiculous situation.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's a good reason to break up with somebody.
You're too fucking nice. Like,
Well, sometimes it's just too much too fast.
yeah.
It's like that it's a slow burn is nice when you're trying to build something with somebody.
Yeah.
Because if you do it all too fast too soon, it's like, okay, there's
What's
nothing.
left?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing else left. So that was fun. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good to know you.
The reason I posed that question on TikTok, I forgot to say.
You're fine.
I was at a meeting with some other moms, and one of them had said like that she was thinking about breaking up with her boyfriend, and we were like, why? And she said that they had been seeing each other for like a few months, and every time he would come over, he would leave the toilet seat up.
Oh, see, that's
Yeah.
another thing. Conversation. Come on.
Yeah. And we were like, well, did you like tell him? She's like, yeah.
Oh.
And then we were like, okay, fair. And then she's like, but wait, there's more. And she said that one time he like was like, oh, I'm going to come over and bring dinner over tonight. And she was like, okay, thank you. And then an hour before he was supposed to come over, he was like, oh, do you mind if I eat before I come over? And she was like, I guess that's fine. And then he came over, and I was like, did he bring you food? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, that would have been it for me.
That's rude.
Like, that would have been it.
Feed your girlfriends.
Like, that's fine if you want to eat, but still bring something if you said that you were going to bring
Yeah.
something to begin with. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's rude.
Yeah. I would end it. I love food.
Yeah. Should we talk about things that men do that piss us off?
Yes.
We could probably devote an entire episode to that. Just kidding.
I know I was in the shower last night. I love you, Brady. I was in the shower last night, and I was like, what in the fuck am I stepping on? There's just rocks in the shower. And I was
Rocks? How?
like, because of his work. Like, that's
Where
something-
is he hiding them?
Girl, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding. Like, okay, Brady does concrete. Okay, so he's going to work and like busting his ass. So I try to give him some grace. I'm like, okay, like, you're going to work and you're coming home dirty as fuck. Like, sometimes when he walks in the door, I'm like, ah! Like, jump scare. Like, literally a whole different color than what he left.
Like, who the hell are you?
But like in the bathroom, I have to like vacuum the bathroom and sweep it all the fucking time.
That's
like,
an interesting
all-
statement. Vacuum the bathroom.
The amount of times I've gotten on the shower and like on the rug, it'll just be like I just feel like rocks and dirt. And then like in his laundry basket in the bathroom too, there'll just be like sand and dirt
Okay. So
in
you're
the
not
bottom.
talking about like in the bathtub.
No, yesterday in the shower, there was rocks in the shower. And I'm like, where were they in your body? Where were they hiding?
That's
Well, unless he's
crazy.
getting like wet concrete on him, and it's
Yeah,
like,
no,
then
he
he's
comes
rinsing
home and
it off.
like he'll get like weird like rashes from turmoil. I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. I'm not a
I
concreter
don't know
either.
either. One of these days, I was like, "When are you gonna take your wife to work? When's that day?" All the wives just pull up in their cars, watch them.
Put you to work.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that kind of pisses me off when there's a bunch of dirt in my bathroom.
Especially in the bathtub.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
get out and you're clean, and then you're stepping on more dirt.
I don't know. Like, I don't know why it doesn't really do anything that pisses me off.
Well, that's good.
He's so nice. Like, I don't know.
Maybe some things will come as time goes on.
Maybe. He did piss me off the other day.
What do you do?
Symphony told me he was buying me something for Valentine's Day.
Rachel.
And I was like, don't buy me nothing.
Okay, but you deserve it. You deserve
Yeah,
it.
whatever. What you got?
Well, one thing that my ex used to do that really pissed me off, because when I go, so I live by myself, and when I use the bathroom, I like rarely ever turn the light on because
Is it
I got a
another
lot of
bathroom thing?
natural light. It is a bathroom thing. Well, he started following suit. Like, he doesn't turn the light on when he goes, but I'm like, you're not sitting on the toilet. You
Oh,
need to make sure you're
no.
making
Yeah.
aim. And there have been times when I go in there and my floor around my toilet is wet.
Oh, I hate
And
that.
I'm like,
oh, no.
I'm like, listen, I'm like, it's not that difficult. Like, just flip the light switch so that way you can see that you're peeing into the toilet, and I don't have to come up behind you and clean
Oh,
behind you. Like, I am
no.
not
I
your
hate
wife,
that.
and this is
Yeah.
my house.
Like, you're an adult.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it used
Cleaning
to
up
bother the
adult
hell out of me.
pee. Mm.
Ew, or he
No.
used to spit in my sink.
Oh.
I was like, listen, you got a toilet right here that flushes, or you got a garbage can right next to that toilet, and you're spitting in my sink. Like,
Or
why?
at least like rinse
Rinse it down. Yeah. Oh my God, I come
I
in
hate
there
that.
and I'm literally gagging as I'm like,
Gross. And then it gets all dried and shit.
yeah, I don't even, ugh.
Nasty.
Oh, I hate when Brady. I feel bad. I'm not just like picking on Brady here. Any man that shaves in the sink, clean it the fuck up. Clean it up. It's always immediately after I clean the bathroom, Brady decides to shave.
Oh,
and then there's,
always.
There's fucking his little beard hairs just
Yeah.
all over him. Like,
Just face pubes all over
Really?
the bathroom.
It, literally every single time, that's how they are.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, look at this clean fucking sink. Let me
Man,
fuck it up.
This looks like a great place to shave
Yeah.
my beard. It's
I
so
feel
sparkly.
I feel like also I am just very like OCD when it comes to certain things, because
Yeah.
when I was growing up, it was just my mom and I, and she, like, cleanliness to her is, I feel like, over the top compared to a lot of people.
You guys didn't shave your beards in the sink?
No. But so there was always certain things like my mom taught me, not taught me, she would bitch me the fuck out if I left my toothpaste in the sink and did not make sure that it was all like rinsed down.
Oh my
She
God,
would-
my kids fucking
she
do that
would-
shit. It pisses me the fuck
she would
off.
scream at me. If I left the toilet paper roll empty, if I used, one of the biggest things for her was using a hand towel as something to like we don't use hand towels to like wipe up like big messes. You
Yeah.
use not toilet paper, paper towel.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've had to learn with Brady. He was not raised like that. And I'm just like, I'm just not buying any fucking cute hand towels anymore, I guess.
Oh, no.
That also rinsing dishes, that's a huge
Mm-hmm.
thing that like I will not let that slide. Like, don't leave your fucking crusty ass plate and spoon in my
Makes
sink.
it so much harder
I
to
know,
clean.
just fucking rinse it. Like,
I am
it's
guilty
not
of that
hard.
sometimes though, when I'm like
But
really
then-
tired. And then next time when I go to clean it, I'm like, you bitch.
And everything has to soak.
Didn't you rinse that?
Stupid bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Going from living by myself with Zamora to Brady moving in, there was definitely some learning curves that I had to go through. But
Yeah.
I feel like everyone does that. But I know Brianna and I were having a conversation, and she's like, that's why I could never live with anyone.
Yeah, it's
'Cause I'm
hard
so
to live
particular.
with someone else. You really learn a lot about somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you
It's
got
funny
some
that
things
you
to
mentioned.
say.
It's so funny that you mentioned hand towels because that was one other thing that my ex used to do that pissed me off.
What?
It was great that he would try to help me when I was
Mm-hmm.
cooking, but then he would come in and then he would wipe his dirty hands
Yes.
on the clean hand towel, and I'm like, that's not what it's there for. Like,
No,
look,
it's
it's white.
to dry
Do you
your
think
hands.
it's meant to wipe off dirty hands? It's a white towel. I'm like, it's meant to dry clean hands. So then
Yep.
it never gets dirty because you're constantly wiping clean hands with
Yes.
it. Like it's. And I'm like, now that
It's not to
towel
wipe up the counters.
is ruined forever. So thanks.
No, it's a dirty hand towel.
Yeah, I have specific, like, they're Swedish dishcloths.
What?
Do you guys have any of those?
No,
Swedish
that sounds so fancy.
dishcloths. It does sound really fancy.
They're so amazing.
I think I might know what you're
They're
talking
like
about, but I'm not
reusable
sure.
or like reusable paper towels. That's also like what I've heard them called, but they're like squares of fabric.
Yeah.
And you can get them wet and put whatever cleaner on them you want, but they dry so fast that they don't allow bacteria to grow in them, unlike like a wash rag.
Yeah.
And so I always use those to like wipe up the counters if I'm sanitizing them.
That's
If
cool.
I cook
I
something
need to
and
get
I
some of those.
spill or I need to like clean around the stove, I use those, not a fucking hand towel. Because then my cute little Valentine's Day hand towels get ruined.
Oh no, you just put those out.
I know. I did decorate for Valentine's Day. Samora was so cute too. She told me this morning, she's like, thank you for decorating for Valentine's Day for me. I was like, oh, you're welcome.
That's cute.
So cute.
I should start decorating my house for holidays. I feel like I'm not giving my kids a part of their childhood.
My mom, no, don't think that. The stress that I go through for that shit is just so unnecessary. Like I said in the last episode, self-inflicted stress right here. Yeah, the other night, Brady was like carrying down the bins and he's like, Jesus Christ, I go to work all day and then I come home and you have this whole list of things for me to do. I was like,
Aw.
I'm sorry. Can you imagine if you were with like a boring girl that didn't decorate her house for every single holiday and season? Like,
Can you imagine?
what a boring life you'd be living.
You're funny as hell.
I was like, just wait. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner.
Stop. You do not.
I do. St. Patrick's Day and then it's spring. What? No.
Easter.
St. Patrick's Day and then Easter and then spring. But those kind of, Easter and spring kind
Yeah.
of go together. But I have like some Easter stuff and some spring stuff and then summertime. So
You decorate for summer?
yeah.
How the fuck do you decorate for summer?
I have so many cute things. So many cute things.
Like what?
Last year I got this really cute, like, it's like a tiki bar. It's like a little thing, tiki bar,
Thing.
and this cute little camper and this little diner. I got them from the dollar bins at Target, and they light up. They're so cute. So now that I have Brady, he loves to carry the bins up and down the stairs for me from the storage room.
He loves to.
That's
He
why she
loves
loves to
to.
decorate for the holidays now.
Because he loves to carry him up and down the stairs.
Yes, he does.
It's a win-win.
It is. Yes.
Soon you're gonna have
absolutely.
separate decorations for fall and Halloween.
Oh, I do.
Just
I already do.
Stop.
I love that. And then from fall and Thanksgiving, all three separate bins.
I actually didn't decorate for Thanksgiving because they overlapped a little too soon.
What do
But-
you mean they overlapped too soon?
I didn't have enough time. I was a busy girl.
You were. No.
I don't know. I was like, just wait till we have a house. And he's like, no. No.
You're gonna need like a whole other house just to store your decorations.
Yeah. I have like 5 or 6 bins of Christmas stuff.
Holy fuck. You know how many I have? I have 2 and they contain my Christmas tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I like to go over the top. My mom always did that though when I was little. I don't know why. Like, she would make me a curtain for my door for every season or holiday.
A curtain?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a fabric curtain?
And then I had a little curtain rod and like she found the one from Valentine's Day and I need to get a curtain rod so I can hang it up for Zamora because she's like, look what I found. And I was like, and she would go and get like, it's like this white fabric with like a bunch of different colored hearts on it.
Yeah.
And then she'd like glue a bunch of shit. Some of them are fucking hideous, but I loved them as a kid.
Come on.
No, she knew. She knew.
She knew.
She did it on purpose.
Purposely
She knew.
making you hideous things.
And how she had time for that, I don't understand. Because she literally worked 3 jobs and
Jesus.
then came home and was fucking making curtains for me.
That's love.
Yeah.
Making curtains.
Shout out to Mom.
We love Mom. How's your energy drink?
She's gone.
Mine's not.
Oh, Samora's father's calling me.
Well, we got about 5 minutes, so probably wrap it up.
Well, this was fun.
Should I tell my
I hope
story?
my ex never sees this.
Oh yeah.
And that guy from Madison, I hope he never sees this.
And that guy from Madison. Nameless.
Nameless.
Yeah, I don't want to name drop. I remember his name though, actually.
Before we leave, she's got to tell her banana cream pie story.
Yes, please.
That which she didn't finish telling.
Okay, so let me just say that I have been wanting a banana cream pie for like 2 weeks now. And last night I got home from work and
Hold on, wait. Last night she got home from work and this bitch snaps me and is like, I just bought a banana cream pie. And I was like, from where? It's like 10:30 at night.
It was like 10:30.
She's like, on DoorDash.
So I DoorDashed it from Perkins and I was so excited. I was like, can't wait to fuck this shit up. And I even asked Brady, I was like, should I buy a piece of the whole pie? And then he's like, whatever you want. I was like, okay, I'm buying the whole pie. And then, so I order it, take my shower, and I'm like, why does the time keep getting pushed back? Pissed me off. And then when it finally arrived, the person buzzed my door and then just decided to leave it down in the lobby. Pissed me off.
You had to get up and go out there.
And so then I had to get my shoes on and fucking walk down there. And then I'm like walking up to it and I was like, no way, that's my pie right there. It's like in a little scrawny little bag. And I walk up to it and I was like, no fucking way. They gave me a piece of banana cream pie instead of my whole pie.
That would have pissed me right off.
And I paid $35 for it. And they gave me a
For
fucking
slice
piece.
of pie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The way I would have thrown shit.
Yeah, and then I'm like on DoorDash, like complaining, and they only refunded me $11.
What?
Yeah, because they like subtracted like how much the pie was with how much the piece was from the price of the pie, which I still don't think that math is right. But then I was like,
That
okay, well then
can't
you
be
take
right.
into accountability like the tax that was charged for me,
Right.
and then the tip that I tipped
And the delivery.
accordingly for the whole fucking pie. I was like, I'm fucking pissed.
That can't be right.
Yeah, so I still ended up paying like $24 for a whole
Shut the
for a
fuck
fucking
up.
piece of pie.
I had something like
That's
that happen with
insane.
DoorDash before too. I have not used it since. I'm like,
No, I'm
fuck
boycotting
y'all.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
Dude, one time Elena used DoorDash, I think it was, and the driver ate a piece of her pizza.
The way I would have thrown hands. Oh my god.
She was like, look at this shit.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use them anymore. Like honestly, most of the time I'm just disappointed with like the quality of the food by the time it gets there. And I'm weird and like I don't like thinking about other people.
Yeah,
like,
there could be anybody
touching my
driving that, like
food.
smoking cigs and shit. And, like,
Yeah, that's gross. And
Yeah.
then one time Kayla got coffee and the guy was super fucking rude to her. Like he dropped
Oh,
off
I
her
was there for that.
Starbucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, is that all? And she was like, yeah, like I tipped you on the app. And he was just like really weird and shitty and
Yeah, I remember that.
Then it's even more uncomfortable because now these people know where you live.
Yeah.
I just get up and go and get my stuff. If I'm too lazy to
I
get up
should've.
and get it, then whatever. The only time I order delivery is if I'm ordering pizza. Because I know it's coming straight from their store and right to
Yeah.
my apartment.
Or Chinese food.
Yeah, that too, but
I will DoorDash the McDonald's, though.
I guess.
Yeah. Especially when I'm, like, super, super, super lazy. Like the other day.
It's okay.
it happens. We all have those days. That's what these services are for.
They are. Dude, one time I paid... I paid like $12 to DoorDash 2 large Sprites from McDonald's because I was hungover and I really wanted Sprite.
When I'm
From
hungover, I don't
McDonald's, their
care.
Sprite is so crispy.
Yes. I don't care what cost it is. If I'm hungover, I'm DoorDashing some food and paying like $25 for a sandwich.
An obscene amount. Their Sprite is so crispy, though. I just really wanted it. I drank the shit out of that shit.
Drank the shit out of that shit.
All right, we gotta get going here. Anyways, thanks Heather for coming in and joining us.
Thank you for having. Why was I gonna say thank you?
Thank you for having us.
This is your podcast now.
Thank you for coming and recording with us.
Of course, anytime. Honestly, this is fun. So literally anytime.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, I need more than like a 2-hour heads up like the other day. Like that way I know I need to get out of bed and not bed rot.
We didn't even end up coming that day.
No.
This is the day that we were going to do.
Just rescheduled?
Yeah. So, but anyways, thanks for listening, guys.
Yes.
Mental health matters. Check on your friends, your loved ones, your family,
Always.
friends. Check on yourself. Be well. Do good things.
Have a good week.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We love you.
We'll see you next week. Bye.